G'day guys, welcome to Triad Adventures. My name is Reese and welcome to another triathlon vlog. Before we get started on today's video, I do want to apologize for not uploading or filming a triathlon vlog last week. If you are new to this channel, I do travel in my van that I'm sitting in right now. That makes for difficult circumstances in regards to finding places to train, finding reception, finding good footage, and finding a great place to edit and upload video. So I'm going to change it up, and instead of uploading every Sunday as I had mentioned previously, I'm going to upload when I can. Bear with me, I might put out 2 videos a week, 1 video a week, but I'm just gonna have to see how I go because I'm on the road, so I'll upload as frequently as I can, but I want the best content out there for you guys. So today we are going to be talking about how to break through the breathing and fatigue barrier when you're getting back into swimming or starting swimming for the first time. So if you have followed my channel and my previous triathlon vlogs, you will know that I've really been struggling in the pool, and I'm going to share with you my experience of getting back in the pool after a 10-year absence, struggling to just swim 50 meters and dying, to now being able to swim 800 meters plus with less fatigue and less effort. Full disclosure, I am not a swim coach. I am a triathlete that was struggling in the pool. I have gotten over those struggles because I did a ton of research. I pulled tips from different swim coaches, put them into practice, picked out the ones that really worked for me, and I'm sharing those with you. So I'm not really going to teach you about technique of how to swim, more so concepts that you need to realize and you need to put into practice that are going to help you swim more efficiently with less effort and for longer distance. Stick with me. I'm going to show you from my personal experience and athlete as to what helped me get over the barrier. Key number 1 is getting familiar with the new environment of being in the water. Now that might sound really silly, but we live on land. When we dive into the water, it's a foreign environment for us. It sure makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable, especially if they've never swam before or if they're getting back into swimming. So there's many ways that you can get familiar with the water. Number 1 is to just get in the water as often as possible. So to start with, it was a great suggestion that I found off of a swim coach was to do really short sessions, but as many sessions as you possibly can within the week, whether it be in the pool or at the beach. Just get in the water and familiarize yourself with how you feel in the water, because everybody's body type is going to feel a little bit different. A great thing that I did at the very start was just float in the pool. So what this helped with was just knowing how my body felt in the water. Whether I was sinking really quickly, whether I could float on the surface, how my feet were fluttering just to keep me afloat, how I could move my hands and position my hands to tread water. This was really great in allowing me to relax in the pool and just feel the water around me. On to key number 2, and it relates really similar to key number 1, but it's how we breathe in the water and how we get comfortable breathing in the water. So to start with, we exhale out of our nose and inhale through our mouth. Typically when we run, it's kind of the opposite, or a lot of people breathe in and out just by their mouth. So when we're swimming freestyle, which we do within triathlon obviously, when our head is underwater, it is a continuous flow of air exhaling out of our nose. So as you can see here, as my head is underwater, I am breathing out consistently through my nose at a steady rate, not too quick and not too slow. And as soon as my head goes to turn and exit the water, I exhale out of my nose really quickly the remaining oxygen in my lungs. And as soon as my mouth is free, I take a quick breath in, fill up my lungs again before I go back underwater. And as soon as my head gets underwater, I start exhaling out of my nose again. One of the main reasons and one thing that I was struggling with was my body position. So if this is my body and this is my chest, my legs are down here, the more you hold on to your breath, the more air stays in your chest. So what do you think that does? It raises your chest in the water, and then your legs start to dip and drag, and then you're going along like this, and it's really difficult. So the more consistently you exhale, the more level your body is going to stay, because you're not going to have so much air in your lungs. Okay, so key number 3, and that is building your lung capacity so you feel more comfortable using the technique that we just spoke about in regards to how you breathe out of your nose and in through your mouth while swimming freestyle stroke. So I have 2 drills for you that helped me out dramatically. And drill number 1 is just in the shallow end of the pool. Just take a big breath in through your mouth and then just allow your body to relax. And then as soon as your head gets underwater, start exhaling and continue to exhale until you are out of breath. But it's just a slow trickle out of your nose. And as you can see here, it takes a little while for my body to sink down to the floor because I have all that oxygen in my lungs still. And as I was mentioning, the more oxygen you have in your lungs, the more your body is wanting to float. As soon as you're needing to take a breath, remember to relax underwater. Just slowly push yourself up with your hands and your feet. Take another nice quick breath in through the mouth and straight back down. I did this for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes before I started every swimming session, and I tell you what, it helped so much. So tip number 2, I don't really know the name for this drill, but I'm just going to call it the breathing pyramid. And what that is simply working on your lung capacity by increasing the strokes that you do between each breath. So to start with, I do 50 meters of 3 strokes to each breath. So I have 30 seconds rest between each lap. So I go 3 strokes to 5 to 7 to 5 to 3, and then I go back up to 5, 7, 5, and 3. And just remember, you want to keep your body as relaxed as you possibly can while you're doing each lap. When you go back down to 3, it'll seem really easy, and I really urge you to give it a go. Key number 4 is less effort will give you more energy and more oxygen. Have you ever gotten to the pool and the person in the lane next to you looks like they're doing absolutely nothing, but they're flying up and down the pool lap after lap, and you're in your lane and you're thrashing about trying to swim as hard as you can and you're going nowhere? That's this concept. So a lot of new swimmers and people that are getting back in the pool and learning how to swim again, one of the main reasons for fatiguing so quickly is because they are so tense and they are swimming a little bit too hard. So you will find as well, and what I've experienced is at the very start, I was trying to swim quick. I'm thinking the more and more effort I put into it, the quicker I'm going to go, which is going to make it feel easier for me in the long run. Not the case. The more relaxed you are, the more efficient your stroke is, and the better technique you use, the quicker you're actually going to go. So think of it like this. The more tense you are and the more vigorous you're swimming, the quicker you're going to need to take another breath because you'll be out of oxygen. Your muscles need oxygen to work. So the more you put your body to work, the more oxygen it's going to consume. One thing that really helped me is I was really tense when my arm was out of the water and I was in the recovery position. So when your arm is out of the water, that's called the recovery, and I was really tense. I was holding my arms, I was tensing my triceps and my shoulders, but then when I lifted my arm out and I relaxed, my fingers were actually relaxed, and then I just slowly eased them into the water. I noticed that I was using half the oxygen I needed just from my recovery of my stroke. So just think about those small things that are going to relax your body just a little bit more. Key number 5 is kicking less is actually more efficient, and your legs are the biggest part of your body. So somebody that kicks really quickly and is just thrashing about with their feet, that is going to be the majority of your oxygen used. So that is actually going to hurt you in regards to feeling more relaxed with your breathing and getting that under control. And it's also going to fatigue you overall if you're trying to do efforts of 3, 4, 500 meters plus. What the professionals say is having a kick rating of about a 2 or a 3 for long distance. As you can see in this footage, I have horrible kicking form, and that is something that I'm really working at. But I can give you a few tips that will help you with a relaxed kick. A few pieces of equipment that are really going to help your kicking motion, and they are definitely helping mine. Even after this footage was filmed, I have improved my kick dramatically. One of those is a pull buoy, and the other is flippers. First is a pull buoy, which I have right here. It's this weird looking thing, and this goes in between your legs, and it acts as a little bit of a float, so it will help you raise your legs and keep you nice and horizontal in the water. When you put it in between your legs, it'll keep your legs nice and close together. You can still bend at the knee and do slight flutter kicks, but it's really going to teach you to relax your legs a lot more and use more of a pulling action with your arms to propel you forward. Equipment piece number 2 is flippers. First drill with the flippers is I take my kickboard, and I usually do this after a workout because it does fatigue your legs quite a bit, and I'm just slowly kicking my feet in a nice relaxed motion, keeping my knees together. Remember, you want to kick from the hips, use your glutes on the way up and your quads and hips on the way down, and just keep those feet nice and close together in a nice slow rhythm and relax your ankles. And I just do that for about 4 to 6 laps. after every workout. Another drill that I have is kicking on your side, and that's also going to help with your kicking motion and being really efficient with it. Off the wall, whatever side you're facing, your bottom shoulder, have that arm stretch out and your head facing down to the bottom of the pool. And this also helps with breathing technique as well, is rotating that head directly to the side. And all you're going to do is kick on the side the length of the pool and just bring your head up to the side, take a breath in, and remember, every time your head is underwater, where you're exhaling from, your nose. And then do that for approximately 3 or 4 laps. And my last key is swimming technique. That is going to allow you to swim more efficiently and more effectively, allowing you to go longer with less effort and less oxygen consumption. So once again, I'm not a swimming coach, so I'm not going to teach you, unfortunately, here today on how to swim freestyle, but I would highly recommend doing your research. Jump on YouTube. One resource that I found extremely helpful was Effortless Swimming. He is a great swim coach. He's Australian and he trains triathletes and does a lot of great things online. Otherwise, I would definitely recommend consulting a coach. Maybe go to your local triathlon club and just get in the pool with other people. One thing that I also do is I review my swims. So I take my camera down to the pool when I'm trying to put something into effect. I'll film it, take it back home or take it back to my van, have a look at it and see how I'm progressing. And that really allows you to kind of see what's going on within your swim, because one thing is getting in the pool and doing it and you might feel like you're doing okay, but for example, my kicking, as soon as I saw it on film, I'm like, oh my God, I'm spraying my legs so far, what is going on? And since I've improved dramatically. With the technique also comes drills. I do drills every single training session. Go out there and get yourself some training aids such as the pool buoy that I already mentioned, flippers, a kickboard, and also some paddles. They are very helpful in regards to your technique, so I highly encourage you to do that as well. And trust me, you're going to feel so much better after wrapping all these keys together. Get those concepts into your head, into the pool, put them into practice, train, shorter stints, get in the water as much as you can, and I promise you, you will improve. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you got something out of it. Once again, this is a real life experience that I went through, and I know a lot of people go through this with swimming, so I hope I can help out a few people out there. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Share your experiences along the way. The more we can build this community, the more we can bounce ideas and experiences off of each other. If you are new to the community, please feel free to like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out tremendously, and I'll catch you guys on the next adventure or triathlon vlog. But until then, make sure to get out there, try something new, and happy training.